Hello, my friend. Welcome back to the Declutter 360 podcast. I'm Lauren, and today I'm sharing a topic with you that I think you are going to want to revisit and share with all of your friends. Today, I'm sharing the one single mistake that I would be willing to bet if you're not making it now, you've made it in the past when it comes to organizing. So today we're going to demystify that common mistake that I see so many people getting stuck on when they decide they've had enough of the clutter and are ready to get organized. Let's cut to the chase, and I'm going to just come right out and tell you, what are you doing wrong? What's that mistake that you're making? Well, you're simply trying to organize everything you have. What I mean by that is that you're not going through the actual decluttering process before you organize. And my friend, I cannot stress enough how important of a role decluttering, purging, paring down, whatever you want to call it, plays in the organizational process. We can't simply look around us, see all of this clutter, see all of this stuff in our lives, right? And take it and go buy some magical bins. There's no magical organizer, even with everything that Amazon has to offer. You cannot just go buy a solution for all the stuff that you have. As I mentioned in episode one, the organizational process, even the decluttering process, is an ongoing thing because there's never really an end to the cycle of stuff coming into our homes, right? We have a constant influx of things coming into our homes: groceries, clothing, shoes, toys, decor, gadgets, gizmos, who's it's, what's it's, all the thingamabobs and everything else that comes with life. There's never really an end to that process. And at some point, we have to stop and take a look at our stuff. And if we truly want to get organized, the best way to do it is with some good old fashioned decluttering, doing a little purging, doing some decision making about what stays, what's truly useful to you, what's meaningful to you, what are the things in your home that you really love. And at the same time, what are the things in your home that are simply taking up space? This is a really important question to ask yourself when you get to that point. And I imagine that you have, because you're here, right? You're here listening to this, watching this, you're reading the blog. Make sure you check out this week's accompanying blog post for a little bit more inspiration and motivation, as I like to say. But you're here because you've chosen to cut the clutter out of your life. And it's not just about taking that clutter and making sense of it on the shelves in another bin or in something else that's a little bit prettier, or maybe even just a little bit more opaque so you can't see it quite as well, right? We all can go to the Container Store, we can go to Target or Home Goods, or again, shop Amazon and find different solutions to try to contain the chaos of clutter. But if we don't cut down on the clutter, we're not actually containing that chaos at all. We're just deferring dealing with it until later. And so, again, I invite you to really take some time to make decisions about your stuff. And here's what I'm going to say: it's not always easy to make those decisions. Our homes are filled with memories, sentimental items that bring up the past for us, sometimes in a good way, sometimes not so much. And so when you're just starting your decluttering journey, and if you're really wanting to be looking at it from all angles, right? That's what Declutter 360 is all about. I want to invite you to start small and start with an area of your house that has as few of those sentimental items in it as possible. So you might start with areas like a coat closet or a linen closet, maybe even underneath a bathroom vanity or just a single drawer in your bathroom. When you start small, not only is it easier for you to see those wins, but when you also pair that with starting in areas of your home where there are less sentimental items, it helps you to kind of work on and develop your decluttering muscles, just like when you exercise your physical muscles. Maybe you're doing some bicep curls for your arms or push-ups, or maybe you're doing squats or lunges to work on your leg muscles. You start with maybe lighter weights or less repetitions, and then you build your way up. Your weights get a little bit heavier. You add on sets or add on more reps, right? As our muscles get stronger, we can do more with more ease. Your decluttering muscles, that's right up here in your mind, need to be exercised as well. So go ahead and start with those smaller spaces. Don't be afraid to tackle just one little space at a time. Give yourself a small win. And in those areas of your home, maybe even your laundry room would be another great place where you could, head early on in your decluttering journey. When you cut out those sentimental connections with a lot of the things that you're putting your hands on and holding up and making decisions about, it can make it a little bit easier. And just like working out our muscles makes them stronger, working through the decluttering process in more and more areas of your home helps to make your mind stronger so that it's easier for you to make those decisions when you get to the more sentimental items. And when you go through the decluttering process, you do a purge, you pare down the amount of stuff and clutter that you're working with, it makes getting organized and staying organized so much easier, both in the present and in the future. Because again, and I'm going to keep coming back to this and reminding you of this because it is so, so crucially important. Organizing and decluttering are not a one and done deal. We cannot spend a day, a weekend, a month, a year, or even a decade decluttering and organizing and then declare that we're finished. It never really truly ends. It becomes a way of life. But through this podcast, through the Declutter 360 blog, I promise to continue to support you, to inspire you, and to motivate you to organize life from all angles. That includes decluttering and organizing and being able to then step into living a life you love and showing up exactly the way you want to because of your amazing decluttering and organizational efforts. All right, my friends, that's it for today. I would love to hear your thoughts and hear about any decluttering or organizational projects you've taken on in your own home in the comments below. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the podcast, be sure to do that while you're here. Until next time, stay organized from all angles.